They're coming off a 4-19 season, but they have a ton of players back this year.
Yeah, Nick DeVito was their top scorer last year, so you could bet that Fredonia's got his number marked. Anton Rosen gets the start for Fredonia. Manley gets the start on defense. Hugo Gamachi gets the start alongside Manley. Oh, I'm sorry. Manley's starting alongside Haynes, and Gamachi is up on the forward line. Along with Josh Biasulo. And number 8, Ryan Dunner. And Coach Meredith is coming into his 28th season for the Blue Devils. We will be back after the playing of the national anthem. Until then, sit tight. Hockey is on the way, folks.
One in the air for the people ain't here. 2 in the air for the father that's there. 3 in the air for the kids in the ghetto. 4 for the kids that don't wanna be there. None for the that's trying to hold him back. 5 in the air for the teacher not scared to tell those kids that's living in the ghetto that they're holding back that the world is theirs. Yeah, the world is yours. I was once that little boy, terrified of the world. Now I'm on a world tour. I will give up everything, even start a world war for these ghetto girls and boys. I'm rapping around the world for Africa to New York, Haiti then I detour, Oakland out to Oakland, Gaza Strip to Detroit. Say hip hop only destroy. Tell them look at me, boy. I hope your son don't have a gun and never be a D-boy. Already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun up? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on all right. Already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun up? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. So no matter what you've been through, no matter what you into, no matter what you see, when you look outside your window, brown grass or green grass, picket fence or barbed wire, never ever put them down. You just lift your arms higher, raise them till your arms tired. Let them know.
We are back. I like to correct myself there. It's actually Coach Meredith's 32nd season. All 32 seasons he's been coaching at Fredonia. So big achievement for him. We'll be waiting for number 35 coming up in a few years. So, Kevin, what do you expect for tonight from Fredonia's team?
I think they're going to come out with just a lot of heart and passion, try to get this season right, start it right on the right foot here.
Yep.
And, you know, they're coming off a year in which they finished 15-8-4 and 8-6-2 in conference play, the most conference wins since 2009 and 2010. So they have a lot of momentum coming back this year, and like we were talking about a few minutes ago, their top 3 scorers are back, their starting goalie is back. Well, actually, he wasn't the starter. He was
kind of their starting goalie.
Yeah,
right.
The starter from 2 years ago is back, Anton Rosen, and let's see, they have, you said 13 returning players, right?
Right, and they came off of a semifinal loss to Geneseo, so you know they'll be ready to get back out and get right back up there. But I think we're just a couple seconds away from puck drop here.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Hold on, Kevin. I don't mean to cut you off, but Biasulo is taking the draw here. He wins the draw back to his defense. Fredonia dumps it in. Morrisville picks up the puck. DeVito trying to push it forward. Fredonia intercepts. Biasulo trying to force it into the zone. Now here comes Charlie Manley with a quick shot, and it's saved by Stalteri. Or wait, I'm sorry. You said quick shot by Dunner. Another back door to Haynes, and he can't put it away as Morrisville tries to clear. Flip it out into their own bench. Who'd you say there was the starting goalie? I missed that at the beginning of the...
Number 30, Jared Young.
Right, okay.
So Young is starting for the Mustangs.
I made a little bit of a mistake there. I said Stalteri, their normal starter, was starting, but we got Jared Young in net. Good offensive pressure here from Fredonia right out the gate.
And the stat that I was trying to find a minute ago, Fredonia has 5 seniors this year, 6 juniors, 9 sophomores, and 7 freshmen. So they lost a lot last year and had to replace it, but there's a lot of returning talent as well.
Right. Fredonia wins the draw, keeps it in their zone. Morrisville forces it out. Collected by Ryder. Over to McCabe. McCabe trying to work it up. Pass didn't make it to Tracy. Little scrum at the line here. Morrisville gets it back. Over to number 17, Rich Hart dumps it in. Morrisville trying to center it out in front here. Fredonia defense on hard. McCabe trying to clear it out. He's pestered by number 10, Justin Samaro. As the puck's forced out of zone and dumped in by Max Blitz. Number 17, Rich Hart, goes back to collect. Tries to dump it out off the boards. Fredonia collects. The scrum at the line there. Fredonia forces it in. Number 16, Lee, forcing it down low to Whitman. Whitman trying to bring it back around. Whitman down to Lee. Good pressure there from Morrisville. As number 17, Hart, breaks it out again, or attempts to, as Fredonia tries to clear it in front, and it goes all the way through. Lee tries to pick it up along the boards. Big pressure here from Fredonia, keeping it in Morrisville's zone. Morrisville trying to collect in their own corner. Big hit there from, it looked like Lee, as Morrisville forces out now. Number 28, Dane Moore, leads the rush, and it's snuffed out by Fredonia. Tommy Martin collects the puck. Back to Anders Johnson, trying to force it out of the zone here. Kept in by Morrisville. Martin on the puck in the opposite corner. One move around a Fredonia defender, or a Morrisville defender, and can't beat the other one. So it goes back deeper into Fredonia's zone. Martin trying to get possession here. Battling in the opposite corner for the puck. It just keeps going back and forth behind Fredonia's net as they finally get it out here. Good pressure there from Letmansky. Letmansky looks to be in. He shoots, and it's a save from Jared Young. Fredonia had a little bit more pressure than they expected probably from Morrisville there in their own zone.
Yeah, like we said a couple minutes ago, Morrisville's coming off a 4-19 season, and a lot of returning players, a lot of returning talent. All their top 5 returning scorers are here, so I definitely would expect them to have a big improvement from what we saw out of them last year.
Right, and they got a lot of people they want to prove stuff to, so you can see themselves trying to improve. Oh, puck into the stands. Wear baseball gloves up here.
Chuck a puck already.
Yeah, chuck a
back
puck
onto the ice.
That draw will go back down into Morrisville's zone on the left side of Young, right side of us. Fredonia's Kalu will be out there to take the draw, and number 9, Eric Melso, will be taking the draw for Morrisville. Fredonia wins the draw. Manley dumps it in low. Good pressure there by Gamache. Kalu on it as well, and then Dimakopoulos in there as well, and they're just keeping it down low behind that Morrisville net. Manley swings it back around. Gamache with the shot from the point gets deflected wide. Morrisville recollects. Number 23, James Boisvert, flips the puck out of the zone, and DeVito's in after it. And Manley gets to it first, but DeVito's still on it. DeVito has the puck with the shot on Rosen. Kicked aside as Fredonia works the puck out. Dimakopoulos does a nifty little move around the Morrisville defender and dumps it in. Pass out front to Blitz, and Blitz with a shot. Cleared away from the front. Fredonia still controls it. McCabe at the point. McCabe cross pass to his partner. Can't do anything with it though, and Morrisville's on a quick break. McCabe recollects in his own zone. Over to Dunner. Dunner trying to work the puck up to Haynes. Finds its way to Blitz. Blitz is on it. Down low in the Morrisville zone, and Morrisville will just dump it out. Looks to go for icing. Good opportunity there for Fredonia. Puck was just sitting in the goal crease, fired right out the middle by that Morrisville defender.
Yeah, great chance. That was Max Blitz. He had the puck right in front of the net and just couldn't finish, and good work from Morrisville to keep that puck from going in, and it's been, no team has really dominated here, but good pressure from both sides in the early stages.
Good back and forth play so far. Tyler Ryder looked to be forced out of the draw, and now he goes in to take it. Morrisville wins the draw. That's number 22, Ben Sprague. Scrum down in the corner, kicked out. The shot from Fredonia, Jared Young. Nice little glove save there. Says, I'll take that, and get another whistle and another face-off right in the same spot. 5 minutes gone here in the first period. And good pressure, like we've been saying, good pressure from both teams. And
yeah, both teams have a lot to prove this year. Fredonia is, I'm sure they're still upset with that semifinals loss at Geneseo. Geneseo had their number all year. Morrisville, obviously, they're, like we've been saying, they're 4-19-2. So both teams have a lot to prove this year.
Kirbis and Tracy trying to work into the zone here. Just offside for Kirbis. Probably about half a skate blade off there for him. Looked to be a good opportunity there, and Fredonia resets right outside the Morrisville zone.
And the Mustangs head coach, Kevin Krogel, he's in his 8th season. He said, our staff is looking very forward to seeing what the upcoming season brings. We've added a sizable freshman class this year that will contribute in a variety of different areas. And they've added players in all areas on the ice, forwards, defensemen, and a goaltender, according to their head coach. So, like I said, a lot of people are expecting this team to be a lot better than they were last year.
Fredonia was trying to snap the puck around the zone there, and it just gets cleared out by Morrisville, recollected in Fredonia's own zone. Here's Gamache heading up the right wing here. Carries it in himself. Leaves it off to Cork and Barley. Barley with the shot. Saved by Jared Young. I think he was looking for a rebound there. I think it was, looked to be Matt Blick out front for that rebound. Fredonia's top line returns to the ice here. Or one of their top lines, probably their second line, I think it is. Fredonia's Kalu is thrown out of the circle as Demakopoulos comes in to take the draw. And he wins that draw back to the point, but it just squeaks out the zone as Tommy Martin looks to, or as Manley looks to recollect. Good move there by Letmansky. Letmansky tries to get it out in front, can't get a hold of the puck though. Gamache with the shot at the point. Can't get through, blocked by Morrisville. Morrisville trying to break out here, number 11, Christian Vela. Dumps it into the zone, and Morrisville goes for a line change. Manley pulling the puck out of his own zone. Fires it up to Demakopoulos, dumps it in low. Here's Letmansky, pressured by two Morrisville defenders. Fredonia keeping it down low. Letmansky with the good pressure on Morrisville. Morrisville trying to, it failed clear. Hand pass there from number 14 on Morrisville, John Casper. So now it'll be a draw deep in Morrisville's zone to the right of Young. I'm excited to see what this fan section to our right here is going to do. There's a new fan section here at Fredonia this year. They hand out call sheets and all sorts of stuff to get the students involved. I'm sorry, it's a student section.
The Inferno.
The Inferno, as it's called. So any students listening out there, stop on down and check this thing out. It's pretty cool. Fredonia keeping the puck down low. Morrisville wins the draw. Kept in by Haynes with a nice little play at the point, but Morrisville eventually clears. Fired up ice for no icing. Morrisville collects in their own zone. Haynes with good pressure there. Down below the net, pops out in front.
Wow.
Jared Young had to reach over his head. That almost looked like it was going to go off his back and in.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
That would have been a real behind the goal.
Yeah.
Haynes and I believe it was James Boyes were battling for the puck behind the net, and it popped off Haynes' stick out over the top of the net, right into Young's glove. Good awareness by him.
Could have been one of those goals where it hits the goaltender's back and rolls right in.
Kind of a Michigan-type goal, if you know what those goals are, where you come around behind the net and you flip it up in the top corner.
Didn't that just happen in the NHL a couple games ago?
Andrei Svechnikov was the first NHLer to pull that off. That was a Morrisville icing, goes back to their own zone. They'll reach the right of Jared Young.
What game was that?
It was the last game the Hurricanes played. Svechnikov came around from behind the net and roofed it on. I think they played the Flames.
Oh, yeah, so it was pretty recent then, right?
Right, yep.
I think I saw it on Twitter.
Morrisville wins the draw. Dump back to number 6, Aiden Connolly. Connolly tries to find number 24, Jesse Anderson. Anderson all by himself along four Fredonia defenders and fires out in front. Nobody's home. Morrisville with a little pressure here with a shot on net. What a save by Rosen. Sticks were going up. Good save. Point shot came from Connolly. And wow.
I think the Mustangs thought that trickled in.
Right.
I kind of thought so too because they started throwing their arms up.
I saw hands going up. I saw Rosen looking behind him. Good save by him. A bit of a shaky moment there for Fredonia. And the pizza toss, it's back. Here it comes. Fredonia works it out of their zone. Whitman forcing pressure in deep. Blitz comes and picks it up. He's body behind the net. Cork and Barley comes and picks it up now. Looking for someone out front. Tries to take it himself. He's pressured too much by Morrisville, and Morrisville will recollect. But Cork and Barley will take it right back. Morrisville flips it out. Good speed there from Dane Moore and pressure on Charlie Manley. He flips it over to his partner, who whips it up to Whitman. Too much for him to handle, though, as it's over to Morrisville's 17, Rich Hart. Manley collects in the Fredonia zone. Missed pass there on blitz. Fired all the way down. No icing, though. Oh, icing. No arms were going up. I didn't see anything. So another Morrisville icing. That's a hefty count for Morrisville's icing so far to this game.
Yeah, not too many stats to talk about here, but the stats that we do have, shots are in favor of Fredonia right now, 8-3. And faceoffs are 7-5, also in favor.
And we know Fredonia had about 30.4 shots per game last year in the 2018-19 campaign and 2.85 goals per game. Morrisville had about 2.28 goals per game and 21 shots per game. Fredonia trying to force it out of their own zone here. Puck carried up there by number 8, Kalu. Big hit down in the end boards on number 23, Boisvert. He'll recollect the puck now. Tries to flip it forward. A big hit by McCabe, but picked up by number 10, Samaro. Samaro looking for his man in the middle. It's going to be a first penalty call on Fredonia. Probably a hooking call of some sort. And it's going to McCabe.
I didn't see that.
It was right along the circle here. Morrisville's number 23, I believe. Boisvert was trying to get the puck, and McCabe just hooked him a little bit there. We'll hear the actual call in a second, though. Oh, checking from behind. Must have been back here at neutral ice then.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was watching Kalu, and I didn't even see what McCabe did.
Right, Biasulo coming in here now on Fredonia's short-handed, and Biasulo trying to break away. Boisvert waits behind his own net for Morrisville. He takes it out himself now. Fires it up to DeVito. DeVito trying to force it in there. Good clear by Fredonia. Boisvert gets it back. It's tied up with his teammate DeVito. Biasulo, good pressure here on Boisvert. He might try to take the puck away and get it out front. They're trying to find the puck there, and Boisvert gets it back. Up to DeVito. DeVito fires into number 9, Melso, and just hops over his stick, and it's fired down by Fredonia. Young collects behind his own net. A minute to go on the Fredonia penalty. Boisvert breaking out of his own zone again. Finds DeVito. To number 11, Christian Vela. Centers it to Melso. Melso with a shot, and he scores! Eric Melso, the freshman, on the power play with 51 seconds left. First goal for him, first goal of his college career, I'm assuming, as he is a freshman for Morrisville. Unfortunate goal by Fredonia, or unfortunate goal for Fredonia there. So it is now 1-0 with 10:16 left to go in the first.
Yeah, they killed the first minute of that penalty. They kept the puck in Morrisville zone. Didn't really let the Mustangs get anything going, but once they did, some really nice passing there by the Mustangs. And Jimmy Philbin, yeah, so that was Philbin.
Jimmy Philbin. Oh, my stat sheet is wrong. Telling me 9 is Eric Melso.
Okay, yeah, so it was Jimmy Philbin that scored. Just a nice shot right from the center there. And Morrisville scores the first goal of the year.
Fredonia's coming out with a vengeance here as they keep it in Morrisville zone. Dunner down low, looking for the pass out front. He tries to wrap around and he can't get it. Morrisville clears. Fredonia recollects at neutral ice. Dunner over to McCabe. Dunner breaks in, leaves it to Haynes, back to Dunner, back to Haynes. Haynes gets it to McCabe at the point. McCabe with the shot, and it's saved by Young. Yeah, I don't know why my stat sheet was off. I had printed out this roster earlier. Must be a misprint or something, because I don't even see. Where is Melso?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think there was a bit of confusion with number 9 on the player intros at the beginning of the game too.
Because they said Melso as well.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, number 9 is Jimmy Philbin then.
Right. My apologies there. Fredonia keeps it down low in the Morrisville zone. Good pressure there from Kirbis. Gives it off to Johnson. Johnson puts it in low, trying to get a shot on for Victor Tracy to deflect. Tracy collects now behind the net. Fired up to the point to Johnson. Johnson with the shot. It's blocked. Johnson gets the puck, though. It's possible trip, but no call there. Number 15, Christian Sela breaks it out. Morrisville down low, fires it out to the center with a shot, and Rosen makes the save.
Fredonia was 93 for 120 on the penalty kill last year. So, obviously, this year they are 0 for 1. And while we're at it, their power play, they were 27 for 102 on the power play last year.
At one point, they did have the best power play in the nation. That was one of their crowning achievements last year.
That's right, yeah.
Morrisville wins the draw, keeps it in Fredonia's zone.
So not as good of a penalty kill.
Well, it's only the first one, too.
Well, I mean for last year.
Right.
So we'll see what this year brings.
Manley working the puck into the Morrisville zone, dumps it in. Young collects behind his own net. Manley has it at the point now. Tries to get a shot on net. Blocked by number 18 there. That was Austin Roy. Brought in now by Rick Ebhart. Manley trying to break it out. Whoa! Big save there by Rosen. Manley makes an almost real bad mistake in front of his own net. As we saw, Eberhardt and Roy were right on him, and Rosen was definitely awake on that one. Good
thing his pad was there.
Right.
Yeah, that could have been a costly mistake here. You do not want to go down 2-0 with
the first period.
Yeah, and 8 minutes still left to play.
Right. So Fredonia's got to take a breath here and recollect.
Yeah,
Biasulo thrown out of the draw as Donner comes in to take it.
Going down 2-0 in the season opener, the home opener.
Right.
Within the first 12 minutes, it's definitely not a good start to the year.
Haynes breaks it out to Dunner. Dunner looking to shoot, possibly. Spins around, holds it. Down low to Haynes. Haynes out in front. Dunner with the shot, scores! Ryan Dunner with a beautiful feed from Jacob Haynes is the first Fredonia goal with 7:50 left in this first period, and we are all tied up.
Nice pass from Haynes and a nice shot from Dunner.
Beautiful.
Fredonia gets their first goal of the year, and we're all tied up.
It was Haynes and Dunner all the way down the ice. Haynes broke it out to Dunner. Dunner brought it in, did a little spin, fired it down low to Haynes. Haynes out in front finds Dunner for a beautiful shot to the glove side of Young, and we are all tied up 1-1.
And that goal is huge because we were just saying Fredonia caught a break. They could have easily been down 2-0 for that little mishap down in their own end. So now that completely changes everything. They get the goal 1-1 instead of 2-0. Right. That was huge.
Big momentum shift here in Fredonia on a Friday night. Morrisville battles back now. Big hit there from, wow, Scrum in front of the net.
I don't know who.
Took Rosen right into the net.
So right now we have Rosen
and a Morrisville player and a Fredonia player.
All in the net. I didn't know you could fit 3 players in a net.
No, you can fit more. Rosen appears to be okay. A bit shaken up, of course. The Fredonia player looks to be number 13, Matthew Gorey. And the Morrisville player, number 22, Ben Sprague. So no penalty there. It must have just been a coincidental hit. Brought Rosen into the net, but face off to Rosen's right, I believe. Yeah, Rosen's right. Fredonia wins the draw. Johnson takes it behind his own net. Fired up. Oh, he's trying to find Tracy. Can't find him. But Kirbis takes it back. Kirbis breaking in quick. Has it down low. Kirbis finds Tracy in the middle. Tracy can't get the shot off. Tyler Ryder with the shot and almost banks it off Young's back into the net. Back to the point. Tommy Martin over to Johnson. Johnson puts it on for a deflection and goes wide. Morrisville tries to break it out, hits a break in the glass, and now they get it out though. Fredonia collects behind their own net. Tracy trying to get through. Tyler Ryder dumps it into Morrisville's zone. Will be collected by Austin Johnson. McCorrick and Barley's right on it, and he can't find his man in the middle. He's trying to find Max Blitz, but it was just too far. Just a stick length past Blitz. Shot on net there from number 17 of Morrisville. Wow, these stat sheets are real messed up. There's no 17 on this stat sheet. That would be
Rich
Rich
don't
Hart.
have a 17 on the one that I have. That was
right.
Well, the one that was correct.
Right. So I apologize for any name mispronunciations or number mispronunciations. We're working with what we got here. So Fredonia wins the draw. Out to Lee. Lee gets spun around. It's number 24, Jesse Anderson. Picks it up for Morrisville. Big hit there by Gamache on number 9, Jimmy Philibin. Morrisville collects it in the neutral zone. Bounces around a little bit here. Whitman gets the puck now for Fredonia. Works it in. Whitman with a shot, and it picks up off his stick. Gets up on an edge and goes way out of play.
Yeah, Fredonia's a hard-hitting team. I remember just from calling their games the last couple of years, they finish their checks, and they finish them hard, too. Sometimes even too hard, because I remember last year there were a few games where I remember me and Jarrett Belschwinder, that is, we were saying...
Shout out to Jarrett.
Yeah, we missed you, Jarrett. Yeah, we were saying how...
Quick shot by Dunner. Flips up into the netting.
Their aggressiveness was even costing them. I can't remember what games it was, but...
I remember one was Buff State.
Yeah, it was Buff State. They were just playing way too physical, and they got way too many penalties, and that really ended up costing them in the end.
Right. Biasulo on the draw. Wins it back to Dunner. Dunner finds Gamache. Over to Manley, back to Gamache with a shot through the screen, just wide. Manley down low to Dunner, the lone goal scorer for Fredonia. Dunner holds on to the puck, trying to find Haynes. Broken out by Morrisville, Brad Hefner. Pucked it back in the neutral zone. Good pressure there from Biasulo. Biasulo gets it to Haynes, over to Dunner. Dunner can't get his stick on it. Good pressure there from Ryan Bockert from Morrisville. Shot from Manley at the point. Blocked, and here comes Morrisville on a break. Possible 3-on-2, broken up there by Gamache and cleared out of his own zone back to Morrisville's end. Again with that number, the number thing's messing me up.
I'll go on their roster on their website, see if that's any different.
Right. Well, I got their roster from their from the SUNY site. Draw will be to the right of Rosen, down in Fredonia's zone. Kalu on the draw for Fredonia. However, Morrisville's Rick Eberhardt wins the draw for them.
Oh, that's why. Okay, so is a freshman, Richard Hart. He doesn't have a picture, so must have been like a late addition or something.
Right. Dump in there by Fredonia is it's right on Young, and a little scrum in front of the net involving Kalu and Demakopoulos.
Bad news for Sabres fans out there. They are down 2-0.
Don't even tell me. I don't want to know.
Against Washington.
I don't want to know. Draw will be to the left of Young here. 1-1 game, 4:48 left in the first period if you're just joining us. Goal came from Ryan Dunner. The other goal for Morrisville came from Jimmy Philibin. Draw 1, Tracy with a shot. Deflects just wide off Ryder's skate. Philibin flips it out. Almost takes off his coach's head with the puck. And the draw remain in Morrisville's zone. You know, I'm surprised coaches don't wear helmets sometimes. You know, you see so many times that coaches or equipment guys get bonked in the head with a puck, but
they might have to start.
Right. Tyler Ryder on the draw for Fredonia. He gets not tossed out of the.
I think it was either last year or the year before. There was a puck that got deflected right up here by us.
Right.
Like fast
waiting
and
for
hard.
I'm waiting for one. I'll catch it.
To the point where we had to duck and it hit the wall behind us.
Puck down low in Fredonia's zone. Morrisville trying to work it out of the corner. Good pressure there from defenseman, or from Max Blitz, I should say. Ryder dumps it in, just a short little dump. Morrisville clears it out, collected by Fredonia. McCabe. A little bit of a late there from Morrisville's number 9, Jimmy Philibin. Morrisville collects in their own zone. Johnson looks to keep it in, as he does. Kirbis with a shot, and it just goes wide. Puck kept down low. Kirbis to Ryder. Ryder holding along the right side wall. Still has the puck. Looking for his point man. In Martin, excuse me, with a shot over the net. Flipped out by Philibin right to Johnson. Johnson looks to settle it down here. Back to Martin in the Fredonia zone. Martin back to Johnson. A little bit of a mispass there. Gets it up to Lee. Lee down low for Fredonia. Good pressure there from Morrisville. Trying to break the puck back out, and Johnson collects it again in the neutral ice. Brings it all the way back to Fredonia zone with Martin. Martin looking to Lee to break out. Lee dumps it in. He's out there with Corrick and Barley, who now has the puck. A good bit of a scrum here in the right corner. Clear ahead, number 28, Dane Moore for Morrisville, trying to chase it into the Fredonia zone here. He gets it to number 11, Christian Vela, who gets it to the point with a shot, and it goes wide. Number 2, Daniel Globus stepping up. Fredonia looking to control it here in their own zone, trying to flip it out. Golba puts it back into the Fredonia zone, but they're caught offside, so they have to reset. Corrick and Barley trying to work it through center, broken up by Morrisville. Dumped into Fredonia zone, everybody's changing. Now it's Dunner. Over to Gamache. Back to Dunner. Dunner with a nice little move there through the neutral zone. Breaks in on his own. Drops it to Haynes. Haynes looking for his point man, and it goes all the way out of the zone as Fredonia's got to reset now. Blitz fires it in. Looking for Haynes on the opposite side. Haynes is on the puck in a scrum. Morrisville breaks it free. Broken up by Biasula with a shot. He scores! No goal! No goal!
Oh, that would have been a beautiful goal, too.
Beautiful shot by Biasulo is waved off by the ref. I don't know.
Or is it?
Fredonia's celebrating. The refs are concurring. It could be 2-1 with 1:49 left. Nonetheless, beautiful play by Biasulo, stealing it away from the Morrisville defender. Just right out in front of the net, lifts his stick, gets a quick shot on Young right over his head, actually.
Hey, he stole it right away from him and went top right corner. Just beautiful shot. Beautiful play all around.
The refs are still concurring. No instant replay. This is where you wish you could call Toronto and say, hey, did that puck go in or not?
Instant replay.
The fans are chanting
And
goal,
we'll see
goal,
what the call
goal.
is.
And what do we have? Refs are talking to the coaches. No goal. No goal. And the Fredonia faithful is sure upset about that one. Beautiful play by Biasulo goes unrewarded. I don't know, Kevin. That one was a little close.
Why?
It was hard to tell. I mean, it looked like...
Why'd they call it no goal?
I think, well, it looked to me like it went off the back bar and the inside of the net, but it might have gone off the crossbar. But usually when it goes off that crossbar, you know, you hear that loud ping.
Kind of bounces down and in. Well, it doesn't have to go in all the time,
right?
But chances are if it bounces down, the line's right there. It's going to cross the line.
Right, but this one didn't go down. It came right back out. I think it hit that back middle bar and it bounced right out because that back middle bar is pretty bouncy. But there's no sound that comes from it because it's padded. But nonetheless, no goal for Fredonia. We remain tied at 1-1 with 1:49 left in the first.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked good to me, but
yeah, looked good for everyone here, but especially Biasulo. But puck drop. Dunner with a quick shot. It hits Haynes right in front. Biasulo trying to pick it up now, and Haynes gets it back for Fredonia. McCabe with a blast from the point. Big block from number 6, Connolly for Morrisville. Way to sacrifice the body, kid.
And he's back up.
He gets right back up, and he's ready to go.
That was one heck of a shot.
DeVito trying to break it in here. Gets broken up by the 2 Fredonia defenders, McCabe and his partner Blitz. Now Vela breaks it in with a shot on Rosen. Rosen can't control it, back to Vela into the corner. DeVito has it now with a shot on Rosen, controlled by Rosen to Blitz. Blitz will just flick it out of the zone, and it does not go for an icing. Good clear there by Blitz.
Minute remaining in the period.
Here's a quick break in by Kirbis. He's got 2 guys with him with a shot on net. Young will cover up. Again, Fredonia looks to be looking for those juicy rebounds off those low side shots.
Fredonia's doing a good job of getting the puck in the neutral zone, whether it just being a turnover or they're stealing it. Well, I guess it's still a turnover, but they're doing a good job of getting the puck in the neutral zone and bringing that into the Morrisville zone, getting some good shots here. And, I mean, they're not all falling right now.
One by Fredonia with a Manley with a shot. Deflected out of there by Jared Young.
The one I thought it went in
with
everyone solo, but yeah. But I mean, I like the pressure that they're putting on. Like I said, they're creating turnovers, they're turning them into shots. Right now they're not falling, but you keep doing that, they're bound to go in.
You're converting your turnover chances into shots, and converting your turnover chances to shots leads shots to goals, and you know how that goes. Simplest play in the book. Turnover, shot, goal. Fredonia keeps it in. Loses it now. Manley flips it opposite corner. Kirbis goes down to collect. Big hit by him there. Ryder gets knocked down now too as Morrisville breaks it out. Looks like we got a glove pass. No. Glove pass or offsides? I missed that one. He's doing the pushing motion, which usually means a glove pass, but
yeah, I didn't see that either.
Nonetheless, it's to the right of Rosen in Fredonia's zone with 29.1 seconds to go here in the first. Cork and Barley on the draw. Wins it for Fredonia. Blitz behind his own net to Martin. Martin up to Lee. Lee to Cork and Barley. Cork and Barley in all alone. Shoots. Jared Young with a save. Lee couldn't follow up on the rebound. Morrisville breaks it out. But Lee recollects right in neutral ice. Dumps it in with 10 seconds to go. Young collects behind his net. Big pressure there. Almost. Oh my goodness. He gives it away. Good pressure there by Fredonia. Number 14, Bryce Whitman, almost had a beautiful, beautiful goal. I stumbled on my words there. Couldn't collect myself. But first period's over. 1-1. What are your thoughts, Kevin?
Well, it kind of seemed like Fredonia came out a little bit sluggish. Seemed like they were kind of sleepwalking at first, just kind of going through the motions. And Morrisville scored the first goal of the game, first goal of the year. And then it seemed like the action started to pick up a little bit. Fredonia started creating more turnovers rather than turning it over themselves. They started getting more shots up and just putting better pressure on the Mustangs in general. That resulted in almost 2 goals, but 1 goal for sure. 1 goal that the scoreboard says.
Right.
So they go into the first intermission tied at 1, and I think they're headed in the right direction.
I think Fredonia's coming out hitting hard. They're trying to convert their turnover chances. They're turning them into shots, and they're really all over Morrisville in that second half of the period there. After they gave up that goal, they really came to life, and I think it was kind of a wake-up call for them.
Yeah, for sure.
But
especially, I mean, like we've been saying, Morrisville was 4-19-2 last year. So
right, they're definitely coming out with a fire.
Yeah, your first thought is, oh, this team isn't that good, but that's natural. When you're playing a team that finished 4-19-2 last year, you're not necessarily going to play like that. But it's in the back of your head that they didn't have the best team last year. But like we've been saying, there's a whole new team this year. They added a lot, and I think we're seeing that so far in this first period.
Right. Quick unfortunate Sabres update. The Sabres are now down 4-0 to the Capitals. As I don't know what period they're in there, but it's not going good in Washington. So we will.
Wait, whoa.
4-0.
Halfway through the first.
No.
Yes, halfway through the first, and they're down 4-0.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I don't want to talk about that. All right.
Let's go to commercial.
We'll be back. We're gonna go take an intermission break. Enjoy the music. You've been listening to Hockey Night in Fredonia on WDVL 89.5 The Inferno, WCVF 88.9 The Voice. If you've been watching along, you're on WNYF and the Boxcast on the Fredonia Blue Devils website. We will be back in a few minutes here.
About 10 minutes.
Yep, about 10 minutes or so. So we'll be back.
Lay. Sir. Yeah.
Kane is in the building.
Already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun up? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun up? Just remember when you come up.
to start the game or the season.
Right.
And it caught up to him. Morrisville got the first goal of the game, and then the action started picking up a bit. So
Yep.
I think Fredonia's going to come out with that same intensity that they finished with, and I would expect Morrisville to play just as hard as they did too. So just like the score shows, it's even right now, and I think we're going to see more of that for the next 20 minutes.
Looking at these stat sheets here, I think we figured out our name conundrum. Number 9 is, in fact, Eric Melso.
Oh, okay.
So this is the correct. This
one
roster.
is wrong too.
This is the correct roster. Okay. All right. That's set. Good. Fine. Thank you. All right. So first goal for Morrisville came on the power play for Eric Melso. Assist from Christian Vela and Nick DeVito. Goal for Fredonia came from Ryan Dunner, from Craig McCabe and Jacob Haynes. 11 shots for Morrisville, 17 for Fredonia. Just a couple seconds away from puck drop here for the second period. Fredonia's starting line's back out there again. Biasulo taking the draw. And ref didn't like what he saw, so he's going to turn back around, and now he turns back around. Fredonia wins the draw back to Manley. Manley over to Gamache over Haynes. Gamache. Potato. Now here comes Biasulo trying to break into Morrisville's zone. Dunner picks it up in the corner from him. Loses his footing, though, on that new slippery sheet of ice. Biasulo out front can't get a stick on it, and Morrisville just with a diving clear from Melso. Fredonia recollects. Dumped in by Gamache. Picked up by... What a goal by Dunner! He scores on the wraparound. A little bit of a miscue there from the two Morrisville defenders. Dunner picks it up behind the net and says thank you and tucks it under Young's pad. Quick start from Fredonia, 30 seconds into the period. It's 2-1.
Yeah, 30 seconds into the second period, and Fredonia already has a 2-1 lead. So we're just talking about how we expected them to come out with the same intensity that they finished the first period with, and that's exactly what they have done in these first 36 seconds.
Most fans aren't even back to their seats yet. A little bit of a miscue there from Morrisville. Proves to be deadly as Dunner gets his second of the night. Morrisville coming back now. Down low for number 22, Ben Sprague. Around the corner. Kept down low, flips up into the netting. And it'll be a face-off in Fredonia's zone. You know, Fredonia's got to watch out for that pushback now from Morrisville. Is, you know, they're going to be a little ticked off coming out of the net. Or coming out of the intermission, I should say, with a puck in their back of their net. So puck comes out of Fredonia's zone for the draw. Won by Fredonia. Here comes Martin. Dumps it into Morrisville's zone. Big hit from him. Sets off the smoke machine. False alarm there. Smoke machine. A shot from the point. Gets blocked. Johnson gets it back. Puts it in low. Weird bounce off the boards. Almost another wraparound chance for Fredonia. Cork and Barley takes a shot off Young's pad. Recollected here by number 11, Vela, as he dumps it down into Fredonia's zone. Big hit there on Martin. He collects it to Cork and Barley. Up to Lee. Lee looking to break out. Another big hit there from Vela as he's coming out with a vengeance here. Trying to match Fredonia's grit. Johnson works it up and it's deflected in by Whitman. Changed by Fredonia. As Morrisville looks to break out. Pass is too far. Might be an icing, and it is. Good skating there from Fredonia's Hugo Gamache as he forces the icing there. You know, we're seeing with Vela there, he's coming out with some grit, and you could probably expect to see Morrisville do the same, trying to match Fredonia's hitting style.
Yeah, especially because once Fredonia picked up the intensity, kind of ironic that now they have the lead 2-1.
Right.
Once Morrisville was playing
intense,
they had the 1-0 lead. So
right. Yeah. There's another big hit from behind too, and that'll be a penalty for Morrisville's number 28, Dane Moore, excuse me.
So we'll see if this
another hit from behind.
Yeah. So we'll see if this power play unit is as dangerous as they were last year, one of the top units in the nation.
Looks like they got Dunner, Kirbis, Manley, Haynes,
Tracy.
and Tracy out there for the power play. That's a
powerful line.
Loaded line right there. Kirbis on the draw to the left of Young. Kirbis wins it. Dunner picks it up. Back to Tracy. Tracy with a nifty little move, trying to break down low. Tracy controls. Tracy still with the puck, looking for an open pass. Sends it down low to Kirbis. Kirbis controls behind the Morrisville net. Up to Haynes. Haynes across to Tracy. Tracy with a shot off the post.
Oh.
Open net for Fredonia as Morrisville clears it just out of the zone.
Another one that
caught by
just
Manley.
missed.
Haynes dumps it off to Kirbis. Kirbis and Haynes trying to work it in. Cleared into the Fredonia zone by Morrisville's number 6, Connolly. Worked back in by Fredonia's number 6, Haynes. Almost another little bit of a hold there from Connolly. Dunner works it in, loses the puck now. Now down low to Kirbis. Kirbis looking for that pass to the center. Up to Manley. Manley keeps it in. Over to Tracy. Tracy looking for that cross-ice pass. He can't find Haynes. Haynes picks it up now off the boards. Haynes over to Tracy. Tracy with the shot. Deflected out of play. Nice block there from Connolly. So the puck will stay in Morrisville's zone with 58 seconds left on the power play.
And the crowd's cheering because Fredonia's athletic director, Jerry Fisk, just
fix the smoke machine.
Yeah,
that thing
him, the mascot, and another worker for Fredonia just fixed the smoke machine. Maybe it'll be going off soon.
Hopefully, yeah.
We'll see on this power play.
Corrick and Barley toss from the draw. Ryder steps in now.
But for the moment, it is fixed.
Right. Ryder wins the draw. Back to Johnson. Over to McCabe. McCabe to Corrick and Barley. He's pressured there by 2 Morrisville defenders. DeVito looks to break it out now for Morrisville. DeVito's trying to get in on a break. DeVito coming down the right side. Shot in on Rosen. He turns it aside into the corner. Corrick and Barley picks up now for Fredonia. Drops it down to Johnson. Johnson playing with it back in his zone. Over to number 10, Corrick and Barley. Ryder trying to break in now as Morrisville recollects and dumps it out down the ice with 26 seconds to go on the power play. Fredonia's got to get something going here if they want to turn this power play into a 100% on the year. Worked up through the middle now. Here's Corrick and Barley. Drops it back to Ryder. Ryder over to Whitman. Whitman loses the control, but he keeps it in the zone. Ryder has the puck now. Power play is ending for Fredonia. Johnson with the shot on net as Young covers up, and that will end the power play. You know, good start there for Fredonia. That first unit was real strong, but I don't know, maybe a little bit of a weaker second unit. Maybe split up that first unit a little bit and spread out the talent.
I don't remember what their line was last year or how they assembled it.
Yep.
But I don't know. I think you want to come out with your. I don't know. It's hard because, like, yes, you want to spread out your talent, but at the same time, if you can load that first line, because if you can get a good minute to a minute and a half out of that first line on the power play, you're in good hands, I would think.
Right. You want to spread the wealth if you can. If you have the depth, keep it to one line. But if you have to, spread the wealth.
It's kind of like the Sabres. Do you put Eichel, Reinhart, and Skinner on the same line, or do you spread it out a little bit?
Right. Ooh, almost a good pass there to Lee out of the Fredonia zone as he comes in Morrisville's end with good pressure there. Big pass there from, looks like Gamosh. Gamosh. I'm doing it again. Manley has the puck now in the Morrisville zone. Gets it back to Demopoulos. Demopoulos has a shot on net, but no one's there to deflect. Now Kalu with the puck for Fredonia, trying to keep it into the zone. He elects to take it back to neutral ice, sends it over to Manley. Manley dumps it in. Letmansky and Kalu are on the chase here. As Morrisville breaks it out. Another one of those flip-ins that it will go for an icing. Morrisville's got to watch it here on their icings. Doing a lot of those little flips that lead to nowhere and end up in a offensive zone draw for the Fredonia Blue Devils. They're not going to squander too many of those.
Taking a quick look at some stats here. Fredonia leads the shots 19-12 and faceoffs 23-14.
Wow. That's a lot of face-offs.
And obviously the score, once again, 2-1.
Ooh, big hit on Hines down in the corner by Melso. Fredonia tries to keep it down in Morrisville's end. Hines is right up, though. There's the puck buried in the corner. There's a scrum trying to break free. Ryder breaks it free. Big pressure there from Melso. Oh, and he's hauled by Asula, that was. He's hauled down. And it'll come for another power play for Fredonia. Call looks to be on Melso there. He had a lot of pressure down there on those two Fredonia forwards, Haynes and Kirbis. Or Baisula, excuse me.
Actually, that's going to be number 6, Connolly. Aiden Connolly.
Oh, Connolly, I'm sorry. Getting 6 and 9 messed up.
Holding. 2 minutes for holding. So Fredonia's top power play line is out there again. We'll see
if they can convert.
Second time's the charm.
Back to Manley off the draw. Manley over to Haynes. Haynes down low. Back up to Haynes. Haynes works it across, trying to find Tracy, and Tracy keeps it in at the point. Down low, all the way around to Haynes. Down to Kirbis. Up to Manley. Manley at the point, down low to Haynes. Haynes out in front to Tracy, and he can't get the shot on net. It just goes over. Kirbis trying to find Manley at the point, but it goes out, and Manley recollects. Now Fredonia's looking to come back quick. Here comes Kirbis, in over the line. He's got 4 guys with him. Tracy trying to find Dunner. Dunner's being held. No call. Manley keeps it in down low. Here comes Haynes out in front. Tries to get a handle on the stick, or handle on the puck, but he can't. Hops around on his stick. Back to the point to Manley with a shot. Deflected on off the post. Beautiful deflection there from Jacob Haynes. Down low to Haynes now. Haynes up to Kirbis. Across to Tracy. Can't connect with him. Back up to Manley at the point. Manley over to Haynes. Haynes with the shot through traffic, and it goes wide. Dunner down low. Good pressure here from Fredonia. Tries to flip it out in front. Almost looked like he was trying to do the Michigan. Looked like he was trying to flip it up on his stick. Rosen collects now for Fredonia. Back to Manley. Fredonia looks to change, put out their second unit here. Manley behind his own net. Works it out now. Up to Whitman. Whitman trying to gain entry to the Morrisville zone. Morrisville clears it back to Tyler Ryder. 25 seconds to go on the Fredonia power play. Manley loses the puck behind the net, tries to flip it out. A little miscue there. Morrisville almost comes up with a chance. Here comes Whitman breaking into the zone for Fredonia. Whitman drops it to Ryder. Ryder trying to get it back to Whitman. Does behind the net. Now back to Ryder. Now back to Whitman. Up to the top of the point with a shot from Johnson. Ryder down low. Power play expires. Guy coming in. Steals the puck there. That's DeVito. DeVito came in off the bench. He's got some speed. He enters the zone. Drops it back. Fires it in front of the net. Shot through traffic from Morrisville's number 28, Dane Moore. And Rosen will make the save and cover up.
So Fredonia goes.
Pizza time, Fredonia. Sorry about that, Kevin. What were you going to say?
You're good. I was going to say Fredonia is now 0 for 2 on the power play.
Right. That's a less than likely start for them, as they had that real strong unit out. But still got a whole season ahead of you here. Work out the kinks next week's practice and go from there. Morrisville keeping it into Fredonia's zone now.
That first line got a good minute and 20 seconds. So
right. I don't think they were fully recovered from that first power play, because they were out there quite a while on that one too.
Yes, if you can do that every time, like I said, you have a good chance of scoring with your top line. If you can keep them out there for over a minute, they'll eventually start falling.
Puck went all the way down onto Young, and he'll cover up for a Fredonia draw to Young's right. Oh, Young's left.
It was kind of like with the Sabres about the power play. Ralph Kruger was telling his guys, hey, we don't have to score every single time on the power play. Just because we have one of the top units doesn't mean we have to score. There are other ways to score during the game.
Right, it's just nice if you get that extra bonus. Yeah. Morrisville wins the draw in their own zone, trying to clear out. Manley keeps it in. And now Kalu keeps it in as well. He can't get a handle on the puck. Mansky tries to get there as well. Manley flips it down to the corner away from everybody. That's collected by Connolly. Connolly tries to flip it out, doesn't do so, and it goes out into the bench or off the stanchion. The puck will come out just outside of Morrisville's zone. Kind of a weird and wacky play right there.
11:23 left in the period. Once again, Fredonia is up 2-1 here on Fredonia Radio. Josh Schmidt and Kevin Syracuse here.
It's good to be back for Hockey Night in Fredonia. Dunner flips it in. Collected by Connolly over to his partner. Boisvert as he dumps it in. Collected by Manley right in front of his net. Almost loses control. Manley up to Dunner. Dunner trying to find Haynes. Can't do that. Can't do so. Haynes does get the puck around the boards too. Looks to be Dunner and Gamache. And now Morrisville will break it out of the zone here. Up to number 10, Samaro. Samaro with a shot on the net. Rosen can't control it. Manley tries to get it away. As Morrisville keeps the pressure on here. Kept in by Connolly. No, and Hayes breaks it away. 6 against 6. And it's just offside for Fredonia. Everyone upset with that call. Pretty close there. One of those length of a skate blade, just barely offside. Been seeing Fredonia's number 6, Jacob Haynes, and Aiden Connolly, Morrisville's number 6, going at each other all night long, and Haynes got the better of him there, but just offside for Fredonia.
Yeah, they came in 3-on-1, but apparently it was just a hair offsides because they had a really nice chance to score there.
Right. Another icing by Morrisville. Man, I wish we could have the stats of the icings. It'd be astounding. So as Fredonia is looking to, they gotta convert on some of these offensive draws here.
Shots are now 22-14 Fredonia.
Kierbis out to take a draw for Fredonia. He'll square off against Lizkowitz for Morrisville. Fredonia wins the draw out in front to Tracy. Can't get it. Martin gets it at the point, takes a shot through traffic, and it almost makes it to the net. Tracy tries to collect. Now Martin at the point. Martin with a blast through traffic. Saved by Young. Covered up by him. You see, they're doing a lot of recycling to the point. Get their point men those shots, and when you got guys like Charlie Manley and Tommy Martin up at the point, you want to get it to them as much as possible. They got hard shots, they got accurate shots, and you even get your guys in front to deflect, and it'll lead to good things.
The two captains.
Right.
And not too often you see two defensemen are captains.
Right.
But Fredonia has 2 of them.
Tracy with the shot on net. It goes wide into the corner. Ryder collects down low now for Fredonia in the opposite corner. Spins away there from number 11, Christian Vela. Gets it back up to the point for Martin. Martin looks to shoot. Puck goes in? No, it didn't go in.
I don't know, but there was another whistle.
Strange times here in Fredonia at Steel Hall. Light came on, green light came on. Maybe it was offside.
Now they're doing it on the...
Comes just out of Morrisville's end.
Yeah, right on the dot closest to Fredonia's bench. I don't know what that call was.
Interesting. Connolly working it up here for Morrisville. Morrow dumps it into the ceiling. A little bit of a high dump there from Aiden Connolly as it hits the vents of Steel Hall.
A lot of whistles here.
Right, yeah, a lot of face-offs.
Face-offs are now 26-19.
45 face-offs in the
45 face-offs, and we're just...
46 now.
Yeah. Just hit the halfway point here of the game.
Big hit there from Cork and Barley. Collected by Matt Splitz, working it through the neutral zone. Splitz dumps it in. Recollected by Boisvert. Boisvert hits the banner, the SUNY banner. All these.
Anything else they can hit?
Us.
Yeah.
Puck will stay in Morrisville's end here as Fredonia looks to capitalize off of a weird little dump and chase there from Morrisville.
Well, you can definitely tell it's the first game of the year.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of whistles, a lot of sloppy play.
Right.
A lot of turnovers.
It's clearing up, though. It's clearing up. It'll clear up as the game goes on, as the season goes on. Fredonia wins the draw. Cork and Barley back to the point for McCabe. McCabe with the shot. Saved by Young out in front. Nobody home for Fredonia. Max Blitz, nice play to keep it in. Shot on net for Young to reach out and grab with his glove. No one to deflect for Fredonia. They're trying that rebound thing again, and they just got to get those guys out front. Got to get that net front presence. Kalu on the draw for Fredonia. Ref waits to drop the puck as he sends Kalu out of the face-off dot. Demokopoulos comes in to take it for Fredonia. He wins the draw, back to Blitz. Blitz with a blast from the point. Shot on net. Young makes the save through traffic. I don't think he saw that puck at all. He just kept his body where it was.
And hope for the best.
Now Morrisville's breaking back in. Samaro dumps it in for Morrisville on front, and Demokopoulos puts it
Got a
into
penalty coming up.
Puts it into the feet of number 22, Sprague. But a penalty coming up against Morrisville, their third of the game.
So here go to number 27, Ryan Boucher. As he was the one who took
That's
down.
Ryan Bockert.
Oh, Bockert.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bockert.
A little bit of a late hit from Bockert there. It's almost a grave mistake from Demokopoulos out in front of the net. He intercepts the pass and then flips it right back to the middle. It would have been number 22, Sprague, for Morrisville. That number 1 unit's back out there for Fredonia on the power play. They win the draw. Manley at the point. Over to Haynes. Haynes down low for Kirbis. Back to the point to Manley, back to Kirbis. Down to Haynes. Haynes behind the Morrisville net. Can't get it to Kirbis, but Manley comes in to pick it up. Now Kirbis has it behind the Morrisville net. Morrisville look to clear it out. It goes off the boards in a funny way, and it just trips out for Fredonia as they have to reset now. Tracy working it in now for Fredonia. 2 men on him. No interference or anything called there. Manley at the point, trying to work it down to Kirbis, excuse me. And Morrisville will dump it out. Tracy got double teamed there as he was coming into the zone. Manley to Hayes. Hayes to Dunner, and Dunner loses his footing. Can't continue the play. Now Boisvert loses his footing for Morrisville, and it's cleared out by number 21 of Morrisville, Austin Johnson. But out in front, a short-handed opportunity, and they score. Number 7, Nick DeVito, coming around for Morrisville. Picks up on a miscue from Fredonia as he comes around behind the net and tucks it in off Rosen's pad.
Yeah, Fredonia was just way too slow there. Morrisville,
some sloppy passes out from behind the net too.
Yeah, they're just way too methodical there, and the Mustangs. Yes, that was Nick DeVito. Ben Sprague with the assist. But yeah, it was just real sloppy play from Fredonia, and just got to be more careful with the puck, and Morrisville capitalized on it.
Right. 50 seconds to go now in the power play as Ryder works the puck down low into the Morrisville zone. Back up to McCabe at the point. McCabe over to Johnson. Can't get it to him. Whitman picks it up now. Back to Johnson. Over to McCabe. McCabe holds the puck at the point. Looks to shoot. Blocked by number 28 of Morrisville, Dane Moore, as he comes in hard on Corrick and Barley. Big hit by McCabe there on Christian Vela. Fredonia's trying to get out of their own zone here. Tyler Ryder will do so, and then he'll circle back to Johnson. Johnson in front of his own net. Now works behind. He leaves it for McCabe. Up to Corrick and Barley. He flips it in almost on Young. Goes in and picks it up himself. Back up to the point to McCabe. McCabe over to Johnson. Johnson with a shot in the dying seconds of the power play. Goes over the net. McCabe keeps it in now. Ryder down low behind the Morrisville net. He's all by himself. He's pressured there from Morrisville. Up to Johnson at the point. Over to McCabe. McCabe back to Johnson. Tries to find Paiasulo. Paiasulo has to put it back to Johnson at the point. Ryder has it down low now. Pressured by number 9, Eric Melso. Flipped out of play. Almost hits Fredonia's coach. Flipped out by number 17, Rich Hart for Morrisville, as it'll stay in Morrisville's end.
Shots now 28-15 in favor of Fredonia, so they're still getting the shots up, but again, a little bit of sloppy play, and they took their foot off the gas a little bit on that last power play,
right,
and it caught up to them.
Got to capitalize on those shots, turn them into goals. Didn't do the face-off right, so they're going to do it again. And David Kuplis steps in for Biasulo. He wins the draw against Melso, or he loses the draw against Melso, excuse me. But Fredonia keeps it in with Martin at the point. Lee down low with the pressure. Martin out in front. Saved by Young.
Nice save.
Puck sprung out in front by Lee. Martin right there on the pickup, and good save by Young. Gets right out on top of it.
He was lying down on his stomach, and he just kind of threw his arm up and caught it. So good athleticism there.
A highlight reel save there for Young. He's had a pretty good night tonight. 26, 20, 28, or 27 saves now on 29 shots for Fredonia. Haynes out there on the draw for Fredonia. He takes it against Melso, and he wins it. Haynes with a backhand over the net. Kept in down low by Haynes. Gamache steps in. Down low to Biasulo. Swings it around the net behind to Haynes. Haynes battling down low with Connolly now. Morrisville's looking to break out here. A little bit of a miscue there by DeVito and Melso, and looks to be, what was the call there, Kevin?
I'm not sure. There's no penalty. Or is there?
Is there a penalty?
Yeah, there is.
There is. Jacob Haynes.
Okay.
He'll be going to the penalty box. Just the slashing, holding, hooking. We'll find out in a second here. But Morrisville returns to the power play, and they've 1 for 1 on the night and 1 for 1 on the season. They look to have their top line out there. They got DeVito at the point, the left point, the center point.
Roughing.
Morrisville holds it in Fredonia's zone now. Down low to number 27, Bachert. Bachert has the puck up to his captain, DeVito. DeVito working in low, down to Bachert again. Bachert back to the point to number 23, Boisvert. Boisvert over to a shot from Melso as Rosen kicks that one away. Not cleared by Fredonia, though. Boisvert keeps it in. Over to DeVito. DeVito with a pass out in front. Nobody's home for Morrisville or Fredonia. It clears into the corner. Big hit there from Blitz on Bachert. Fredonia's trying to clear out of their own zone here, but can't do so. Boisvert at the point. Over to Melso. Melso back to Boisvert, looking for DeVito. DeVito with the slap pass. Down low to Bachert. Bachert out in front. The shot that came from number 22, Ben Sprague, as Rosen turns it aside. Another shot opportunity here from Melso, and it's turned away. Blocked by Blitz, actually. Blitz brought out his goalie skills there. DeVito now up to Boisvert. Boisvert over to DeVito. DeVito slap pass to Melso. Melso can't get all of it on it. He had a wide open opportunity on Rosen there.
Yeah, I feel like Fredonia is out of position a little bit. It seems like Morrisville's getting a ton of great opportunities. They haven't been able to convert yet, but I feel like they're I don't know what the exact formation is called in hockey, but like the way they set up their penalty kill.
Right, the Fredonia's got to clear.
It's like they got to tighten up a little bit.
Right, they got to close in a little bit and close in on those passes. Whoa! A scary play there for Rosen as it comes off the glass again in a weird bounce. Comes right out in front of Fredonia's net.
The ref got in
that one. Shorthanded opportunity.
The ref almost helped Fredonia get a goal there.
Right. So there's 3, 2, 1, and the penalty will expire for Fredonia. Haynes comes out of the box, immediately goes off. Morrisville has the puck down in Fredonia's zone. Puck was up in the air. No one found it. Now, number 11, Christian Vela picks it up for Morrisville. Vela dumps it into the zone. They're all onside. Manley clears it down the ice. Recollected by Johnson, Austin Johnson, that is, for Morrisville. Back to Connolly. Connolly taken away by Dimakopoulos. Dimakopoulos out front. Kirbis has the puck behind the net now. Tries to find Lee out front, and Lee can't get a shot off. Here comes Morrisville back with Anderson. Jesse Anderson breaking in. Has a lane. Rosen with the stop, but it'll be another Fredonia penalty on Charlie Manley. Look to be slashing. As Morrisville gets their third opportunity of the night on the power play.
3:11 left in the second period. Other than the first 36 seconds when Fredonia scored, I'd say this period's been in Morrisville's control for the most part.
Right.
I mean, the shots are still in favor of Fredonia, 30 to 18. Faceoffs 31 to 23, but
Morrisville's definitely controlled the puck.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
The time with the puck, the intensity, the amount of checking. Morrisville's definitely controlled the majority of this period.
Also to Boisvert. Boisvert controls the point. Flips it down low to Bockert. Now Bockert with it again, back to DeVito. Captain to captain, DeVito with a shot. Save made by Rosen there as Bockert picks it up behind the net. Melso with the puck at the point. Down low to Bockert. Back to Melso. Melso to Boisvert. Boisvert down to Bockert. Bockert with a shot, puts it wide, just wide. DeVito picks it up in the corner. Back to the point to Boisvert. Boisvert over to Melso. Melso with a one-timer. He's cleared away by, looks to go off Tommy Martin.
See, again,
cleared away by Victor Tracy as Fredonia's trying to get off here. Looks like a little bit of chirping back and forth between Tracy and the Morrisville bench there.
Again, I feel like that box that they have going on that on the penalty kill,
it's almost too tight. They got to loosen up a little bit, get more man and less zone.
Yeah, or I was gonna say is, wait, would you say it's too what?
Too tight. They're too far off the Morrisville.
I would say it's too loose. They need to tighten up. Like,
oh, okay.
I feel like they're. I don't know. I just feel like they're slightly out of position.
30 seconds left on Morrisville's power play. Connolly breaks it out here for Morrisville. Picks it in, tries to break it into the zone, sends everybody offside, and here comes Whitman. Whitman has a possible break. Whitman gets hauled down. No call.
No penalty.
No penalty. Whitman hauled down on a possible breakaway. Back to the point for Gamache as he puts it just wide.
I don't know how that wasn't a penalty. He took him down as he was shooting.
Right. Fans are calling for a slash down in front of us here. Connolly will send it all the way down, and that's an icing for Morrisville as the penalty for Fredonia has expired. With a minute 05 left in the second period, 2-2. The game is all knotted up here at Steel Hall. You're listening on WDVL 89.5 The Inferno and WCVF 88.9 The Voice. Hope you're following along on WMYF Campus Television or the Boxcast on FredoniaBlueDevils.com. Paisulo out to take the draw here for Fredonia. Bit of a scrum there. He comes up with it. Back to Blitz at the point. Blitz looking for a shot. Doesn't have a lane. Now he does, and he gets blocked by Vela again. Clears it in. Fredonia has to reset for an offside. Morrisville looking to break it out here. Intercepted by Fredonia. Now here comes Vela. Vela circles back to his own zone. Over to Connolly. Connolly looking for number 24, Jesse Anderson.
Ooh, sandwich.
Big hit sandwich there by McCabe and Haynes. Or Dunner, excuse me. Now McCabe has it in Fredonia's zone, 20 seconds to go. Looking for Dunner. Dunner can't control it. Now Blitz steps up. Blitz trying to control the puck here, get into the Morrisville zone. Haynes has it now, trying to break in. 5 seconds to go. Morrisville clears it out of their own zone. McCabe loses control of the puck into his own zone, and that will be the period. So, goal apiece again in this second period. Second goal for Fredonia coming from Ryan Dunner. And second goal for Morrisville coming from their captain, Nick DeVito, on the penalty kill. Quite an intense, it almost flipped the script in the second period here as Fredonia came out very offensive in the beginning and then flipped at the end of the period, you know what I'm saying? Last period was the opposite.
Well, the way I look at it is simple. The simplest way I could put it is Morrisville controlled the first 10 minutes of the first period and the last 10 minutes of the second period. Mm-hmm. Fredonia controlled the last 10 minutes of the first period and the first 10 minutes of the second period. That's 20-20, and look what we have for a score, 2-2.
Right.
So it all evens out. And yeah, I mean, I think what it's going to come down to is who wants it more, who's going to play more intense, who's going to do more of the
who's gonna have the grit? Who's gonna have that grinded out attitude of just getting the dirty areas, getting the corner, getting those scrums.
Yeah, because Morrisville showing they're not a 4-19 team anymore. They're going to be better than that.
Right. They're definitely coming out a lot stronger this year. We got the chuck-a-puck going on now.
I forgot to buy my puck.
Forgot to buy our pucks. Second year that this is going on. Here we go. Feel weird commentating this.
Do the play-by-play for chuck-a-puck.
And there goes number 6. It's rolling into the center. No, I mean, I think Fredonia's just got to come out that same intensity they had at the end of the first period and the beginning of the second. If they come out with that intensity and keep it up this whole third period, you have one period to go. You have 20 minutes of hockey to play. And I think if they can keep up that same intensity, then they got to pop a couple goals in here, get more of a cushion.
Yeah, it's a whole new game.
Right.
It's 2-2, so essentially it's 0-0.
You're going in 0-0.
Yeah. Oh, got a couple of nice throws here.
A couple close ones here. Find out who wins.
You can never see where the dot is. There's some dot in the middle, but
right, it's weird. It's
after 20 minutes of skating, you can't see anything.
It's right at the Blue Devil's eye. But I think the one thing that we got to see Fredonia do that they've kind of lacked, and at the end of that period, was they stopped hitting. They stopped their aggressive hitting, and Morrisville really picked up on that. Oh, and we have a winner, and they're not going to. Oh, they're going over to announce it. But Fredonia's just got to come out with that same intensity they've had, hitting wise and shooting wise, all game. But we'll get the chuck-a-puck winner, and then we'll head to a break here.
While we're doing that, at the end of 2, shots are still in favor of Fredonia, 30-18, and faceoffs again in favor of Fredonia, 32-20.
My love is living on the west end. Knocked out before you better come to.
Welcome back, folks. Here is the third period of Hockey Night in Fredonia. Fredonia versus Morrisville. It is tied 2-2. You are listening on WCVF 88.9 The Voice, WDVL 89.5 The Inferno, WMYF Campus Television, and the Boxcast on FredoniaBlueDevils.com. Wow, I have said that a lot of times tonight. It is embedded into my brain. I want to do a quick shout out. Our old friend Jarrett Belschweiner, he's listening along. What's up, Jarrett? Making fun of me for my Spotify ads. But anyway, so back to the third period now. Fredonia's got to come out with intensity. Keyword, intensity, intensity, intensity. And finish, 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 too, I guess you could say. Fredonia's got a lot of opportunities this game, and not many goals to show for it, so look to come out quick and hard here for the Blue Devils. And Morrisville do just the same. I mean, honestly, like we said, it's a nothing game. 0-0 right now. You gotta come out like it's the first period.
Yep, 0-0, so here we go. Last 20 minutes to play. Well, unless there's overtime.
Right. Dunner drops it back to Manley. Now to Biasulo. Biasulo looking for Haynes. Haynes to Dunner to Biasulo. Biasulo, a shot blocked in front. And number 23, Boisvert, as Dunner collects in the neutral zone. A little bit of chirpy action going on over here between Haynes and DeVito. Right in front of the Morrisville bench. Sticks are flying, hands are flying. Probably get offsetting here, maybe. DeVito and Haynes going at it early here. And both of them will get a penalty here. Offsetting minors. So we'll get a little 4-on-4 hockey action here. Quickest plays in hockey happening 4-on-4 and 3-on-3. Hopefully we won't have to see any 3-on-3 tonight, but maybe not offsetting. Looks to be 5-on-5 still. Refs are talking to the announcers over there. Only 30 seconds into the period.
And last period, 30 seconds into the period, we had a Fredonia goal.
Right.
Now we have, now Haynes is coming out of the box. Are they throwing him out?
Haynes is getting him this game misconduct.
What?
Jacob Haynes has been ejected from the game for Fredonia.
Oh, wow. Five minutes. Wow.
Wow. So DeVito gets 2 minutes for roughing, and Haynes gets a 5-minute major for a face mask.
And roughing.
Is this football?
So a 5-minute
face mask.
5-minute penalty and a game misconduct.
So now keep in mind, if Morrisville scores on this 5-minute penalty,
It doesn't matter. It's still 5 minutes, yeah.
It does not go away because it is a game misconduct. So for right now, we got 4-on-4 hockey for 2 minutes until DeVito comes out of the box, and then you best beware. Fredonia is going to circle the wagons back in their zone for 3 minutes or so.
So Gorey will serve it for
Kirbis was serve the
yeah,
penalty.
he'll serve it for Haynes as he's already in the showers.
Kirbis down low for Fredonia. Big hit as him and Boisvert collide in the corner. And now Morrisville looking to break it out. Miscued pass, no connection, and it is another icing for Morrisville.
So that penalty or game misconduct, well, both, yeah, the penalty and the game misconduct, that really hurts Fredonia because obviously they're at a disadvantage for 3 minutes after.
And then you lose one of your top scorers.
Yeah.
For the rest of the game.
Yes. And not only that, it talked about their power play. You know, he was one of the main pieces to that power play.
With a shot
unit.
on net as Young turns it aside. Tracy down in the corner, battling two Mustangs. Broke out by Kirbis. Kirbis finds Blitz. Blitz with almost a nifty little toe drag there. Poked away by Samaro. Then intercepted by Dunner. Dunner breaking in with speed. He's got a shot on, and Young kicks it away. Boisvert collects for Morrisville. Poked away by Dunner. Dunner is a man on fire out there. skating like the wind. Connolly behind the net for Morrisville.
Now if the rest of the team could skate like Dunner is.
Right, Dunner's flying out there. Anderson for Morrisville holds it behind his own net.
But Fredonia they have to be careful. Excuse me. They have to be careful because we saw it last year, and now we just see it now with Haynes. You get too crazy. Once the aggressiveness kicks in, 5-minute penalty and a game misconduct.
Right.
So they have to know that line.
Here's a break now for Anderson. Anderson breaking in. He has a man in Rich Hart, but he can't get the pass through. Now Fredonia looks to go back the other way. DeVito's up in the box. He's getting ready to come on for his team, and Manley shoots it up into the netting for Fredonia. It'll be a draw in the Morrisville zone. 20 seconds remaining on DeVito's penalty. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining on the penalty for Hines, served by Gorey. Face off to the right of Jared Young. Casper Cork and Barley taking it for Fredonia. Almost won the draw there. Broken out. Trying to get to Melso. And it comes back the other way. Cork and Barley on the puck. Trying to gain control of it here. Gets it back to the point to Gamache, who dumps it down into the corner. And that will kill DeVito's penalty, as he is up and out of the box and he's ready to go. Fredonia collects it back into their own zone. Tommy Martin flips it down the ice as the first clear of the penalty kill arrives. Boisvert was pressured on by Biasulo. Biasulo almost took it away from him there, trying to come back and do what he did in the first period and make it count this time. Now here comes Morrisville. DeVito breaking in. Back to Boisvert. Boisvert crosses it over to Melso. Melso over to DeVito. DeVito down low. Can't jam it away there for Boisvert as Rosen turns it aside. DeVito back to Boisvert. Boisvert with a shot. Rosen with the save. Scrambles around in front and he covers up. Good save there by Rosen. Way to control it on his part. Good shot there from Boisvert through traffic. 2:16 remaining on this penalty.
Yeah, good job from Rosen to cover that up because
he was way out of his net.
That and whenever you have a loose puck trickling around the net, that's never a good sign, especially when they're at the disadvantage right now.
Right.
Chances are the Mustang is going to be there and to scoop that up and put it in.
Fredonia clears it away. Kills about 10 seconds off the power play clock for Morrisville. Morrisville looking to break out here. Boisvert up to Bockert. Bockert down low, battling with Kalu. McCabe comes in to help out. Bockert and Sprague break it out for Morrisville as Fredonia's trying to collect here. Blitz. He finds a man in Demokopoulos, but he cannot control. So he tries to put a shot on net. Knocks the stick out of the hands of Melso. Here comes DeVito the other way. Up to Bockert. Bockert down low. Circling behind the net. Up to Boisvert. Boisvert trying to find Melso. Melso can't get to it in time. Down low to Bockert. Bockert out in front. Saved by Rosen. Now Melso with a shot. Saved by Rosen again. McCabe gets it to his partner in Blitz, and Blitz clears it all the way down the ice with a minute 10 left on the power play for Fredonia. Or for Morrisville, excuse me. Sulo pressuring DeVito along with Lee. Lee really battling in there, taking on 4 Mustangs. It's number 11, Christian Vela comes away with it. He waits behind his own net with 50 seconds to go on the power play. Number 24, Jesse Anderson breaking out now. Up to Samaro. Samaro down low. Back to Anderson. Anderson to the point with a shot. Rebound out in front. They jam away at it. It's cleared away by Manley. Back up to the point though. Connolly with a shot just wide. Down low to Anderson. Cleared away by Fredonia. Good clear there by Manley. 25 seconds remaining on the Fredonia penalty.
Morrisville has time for one last rush.
Here comes Anderson looking to do that one last rush.
And they just dump it in here.
Dump it in. Rosen collects. Good pressure there from Morrisville though, as they try to keep it in.
And that'll do it. So they killed off the 5-minute penalty.
Now Martin Finds Ryder. Ryder trying to break into the zone, trying to center it. Centers it out front. No one home for Fredonia as the penalty is killed.
3-on-2.
Here comes a 3-on-2 for Morrisville. Anderson trying to center it. Broken up by Fredonia. Here comes Whitman. Whitman. Possible 3-on-2 the other way for Fredonia. Whitman sends it down low. Pass out front. No one home for Fredonia again. Cleared away by Vela. Gamache holds it in at the point. Whitman almost breaks through 2 Mustangs there. It'll go out. McCabe and Gamache will recollect at neutral ice. Now a pass into Kirbis, and Kirbis can't control it. Gamache holds it at the point. And then it's cleared away by Vela, and it is another icing for Morrisville. I sound like a broken record.
So we'll have the face-off coming back to the right, or actually to the left of Jared Young. 13:53 left in the third period.
And Sweet Caroline plays in the background. Biasulo on the draw for Fredonia. No one on the draw for the Mustangs. And now number 28, Dane Moore, steps in. He wins the draw for the Mustangs, but Fredonia is quick on the puck. As Gorey keeps it in down low and puts it behind the net. And now Biasulo is battling behind the net there. Dunner trying to work the puck around for Fredonia behind the net. Drops it off for Blitz. Blitz looking for the pass out front. Tries to jam it in the side. Shot by Gorey, and it's turned away by Morrisville. And it's a foot race now. Dunner wins that foot race. Controls the puck. Pressured, though, by Sprague. Now Fredonia breaks it out the other way. Biasulo trying to break in around Boisvert. Biasulo and Boisvert going to the corner. Cleared up the boards by Street. A fake shot by Tracy. Puts it out in front for Ryder, and Ryder can't bury it. Tries it, now he scores! Tyler Ryder roofs the puck on the wraparound, jams away at it.
And they're going to look at this one too, because Jared Young's complaining that he didn't have his stick.
Jared Young lost the handle on his stick there, and Ryder just...
But I think this one's going to stand.
This one looks like it's going to stand, but Ryder, with a boatload of force coming around from behind the net, jams once on Young and then roofs it for Fredonia's third goal of the game with 13:02.
Okay, so it is
a good goal. This one stands. Fredonia leads now 3-2 with 13:01 left in the third. Face-off won by Fredonia.
What a turn of events after that 5-minute major.
Now Fredonia turns it around.
Yeah, they stand their ground, don't give up a goal.
Here comes the Mustangs the other way, though, as Andrew puts it in front for DeVito, and it's cleared away by Fredonia. DeVito tries to tip it on, and Rosen closes up that 5-hole real quick. A little bit of chirping action going on between Gamache and DeVito after the whistle there. DeVito looks to be trying to lead his team here to get that tying goal here with 12:41 left in the third.
I didn't even see, how did Young lose his stick there?
I don't know. I think it might have been when he came across to stop Ryder. Ryder might have knocked it away with the force he was coming around the net with. Fredonia wins the draw now. Lee looks to break out with Whitman. Lee and Whitman coming up. It's a 2-on-2. Whitman down low for Lee. Now Corrigan Barley joins the rush. Or joins the play, I should say. Not the rush anymore. They're down low in the far corner. Corrigan Barley comes up the point. Puts it up for Martin. Martin can't get the shot off. It's blocked away by Melso, and he's pressured by Melso right on the point. And here comes DeVito the other way. DeVito flips it in on Rosen. Rosen will cover up the puck. And it'll be a face-off to the left of Rosen for Morrisville. Or, well, in the offensive zone for Morrisville.
Face-off won by Fredonia.
Kept down low, though, by Morrisville. It's worked out here by Max Blitz. He finds Letmansky. Back to Blitz. Down low now for Demakopoulos. As Morrisville's number 15, Jesse Edwards, picks it up. Trying to work it out here for the Mustangs. Back to Blitz. Blitz to Letmansky. Big hit there from number 17, Rich Hart. As Fredonia works down into Morrisville's zone. Jesse Edwards looking to make a pass through the neutral zones, cut off by Letmansky and Kalu. Now breaking in here is Edwards, going around behind the Fredonia net. And Letmansky stops him right quick. And now here comes Fredonia the other way. 3-on-2. Kalu leading the rush with a shot. Goes over the net off the Morrisville stick up into the netting. And a great chance there for Fredonia in a 3-on-1, 3-on-2 situation. Fortunately, Kalu's coming right down the middle of the ice. You can't go one way or the other when you're coming down the middle of the ice. It doesn't work like that. You got to find that guy in the wing and center it. Morrisville wins the draw, trying to clear it out of their own zone here. Fredonia keeps it in. Good hold by Fredonia there as Connolly recollects now and sends it up for number 22, Ben Sprague. He sends it around behind the net. Takes it himself, actually. And now a miscue of a pass here. Here comes Kirbis. Kirbis in on a breakaway. He shoots. So what a save by Young. Kirbis had a beautiful opportunity on the breakaway there. He was away from everybody. A missed pass there from Morrisville. Puck comes up right out in front of the net, and Young covers up. Settle his team down here. 10:46 left in the third. What an opportunity there for Fredonia.
They've had a couple nice opportunities here. I think that 5-minute major kind of woke them up.
Right.
Because they were playing pretty sloppy before that, and just turning the puck over. Like we were saying, Morrisville is kind of in control of the game. They get that penalty, and it was like a flip of the switch for the Blue Devils.
Dunner looking to make a move. A shot there goes wide for Fredonia. Biasulo sends it back down in. Pressure there by Gorey on Morrisville defender. Morrisville trying to work it out of their own zone here, trying to clear it. Look for a pass for DeVito. Now here comes Melso. Melso breaking in for Morrisville. Melso scores!
Oh, wow.
Beautiful move there from Eric Melso. As he just speeds his way through the Fredonia defense and beautiful deke around Rosen.
That was a really nice deke. Kind of just dragged that puck around his defender, slid it right past Rosen, and we are tied once again.
3-3 with 10:11 left here in the third. What a roller coaster ride we're having here. Beautiful move by Melso. That was quick speed, and he just beat his. I think he beat two guys actually. I think he split them, and then Rosen did all he could. But good speed there from Melso. Good move. Now 3-3. His second goal of the game. Hat trick watch for Melso and Dunner. Now McCabe.
Oh.
McCabe taken down from behind in the corner, no call.
Oh, it looked like boarding. He went in head first.
Shot there from Boisvert, goes way over the net, almost takes off a couple of heads. Morrisville still controls it down in the zone. Moore works it around to the point to Connolly. Connolly shoots it wide, no tips on that there. Cleared out by Fredonia. Here comes Corrick and Barley. Corrick and Barley trying to break in here for Fredonia. He's got Whitman with him. Whitman can't control the puck. Here comes Morrisville the other way. Vela with the shot blocked away by Manley. Corrick and Barley and Whitman back and forth, working up the ice here. Given away by Corrick and Barley, but taken right back by Lee as he battles right at the point. So Samaro tripped right up at the point by his own player. And flipped in by Fredonia and is covered up by Young. 8:58 to go here.
Look at some stats now. Fredonia 37 shots, Morrisville 29. Fredonia 40 faceoffs won, 28 for Morrisville, 68 total, 69 total faceoffs now.
Right.
So just an insane amount of faceoffs here in this season opener.
Morrisville looking to work out here. Here comes Bockert. Bockert breaking in, and the shot just goes wide. Morrisville looking to keep the pressure on. Controlled at the point by Samaro. Samaro sends it across to Hart, and Hart sends it wide as battle down in the corner. Demikopoulos flicks it out in front of his own net. Letmansky tries to get on that, but Morrisville keeps it in. Mustangs with good pressure here. Here comes Samaro. Samaro is holding Gamash's stick and goes down. No call, though, for either side. Now here comes Morrisville back. Got cleared. Austin Johnson with a shot. Goes off a Fredonia defender up into the netting, almost into the vents again. Bit of a weird situation right there at that point with Samaro, and it looked like Gamache got a little tangled up there, and Samaro said, I'll just sit down and hold you in your own zone.
Gamache has been involved in a lot of extracurricular activities after the plays tonight.
Right. And you like to see that from the returning junior as he's trying to help lead his team here. Oh, almost another goal for DeVito there. As a shot from the point came from Connolly. It looks like it was blocked by Cork and Barley. But they're trying to get out of their own zone here, scrambling a little bit here. Lee controls the puck for Fredonia as he gives it up again to Anderson for Morrisville. Anderson trying to find some of his teammates, but he's overwhelmed by the Blue Devils. It's clear, bounces up into the middle, and hand pass by Morrisville is the call. So the face-off will come out of the Fredonia zone. Give Fredonia a little bit of a breather here, for Morrisville is all over them.
It's a game of runs. That might be more of a basketball term, but...
Game of runs?
Well, yeah, you know, like one team makes a run and then...
Oh, right.
Like I said, that's more of a basketball term. Like you go up 10-0 and then...
Right.
8-point swing, so...
In this, it's more of a sort of a shot run or an intensity run.
Yeah, like it's just been back and forth. Like these teams are exchanging like
shot after
segments of the period of just...
Right, yeah. You see one team controls 5-10 and then the other team controls 5-10.
Yeah.
And even on that 5-minute power play that Morrisville had, Fredonia still controlled play.
Yeah.
So it's just
that
like
resulted
we saw
with the goal.
Right, it's just like we saw in the second period. Fredonia comes out hard and then falls apart in the second 10. Morrisville looking to keep it in the Fredonia zone here. Ryder trying to change that, puts it down to Martin. Martin over to Johnson, up to Tracy. Tracy trying to break in. He's got a man in Ryder. Ryder centers it, and broken up by Morrisville. Almost found Kirbis in the center, and Young will cover up from his defender's pass. Beautiful play there from Fredonia. Tracy to Ryder to almost Kirbis. Looked like they drew that one up in the intermission, or practiced that one at the end of practice. All these, that's the one thing I've noticed, is all these lines have a lot of chemistry tonight. These Fredonia line and the Morrisville lines. Shot here for Biasula off the draw. Cleared away by Young, out for another draw in the Morrisville end to Young's right. But as I was saying, a lot of chemistry from these guys, and it's good to see.
Yeah, first game of the year, and they already look like they're meshing well.
Draw almost won by Dunner. Kind of won by Dunner. It's a scrum. Fredonia keeps it in. Fredonia keeps it in as McCabe sends it down low. Biasulo in after it. He battles down in there with Boisvert, who sends it over to Connolly. Connolly trying to break it out of the Mustang zone here. Connolly dumps it into the Blue Devil zone as it's cleared away by McCabe up to Biasula. Biasula with a move, gets around his man, but he's too far for Gorey. As Gorey has to go collect in the corner. Puts it behind that for Biasulo. Biasulo for McCabe. And for Dunner. Dunner with a shot. Skips off of a Boisvert stick up into the netting again. And there's the Cantina band. Star Wars is here.
6:13 left in the game. 3-3 is the score. Dead even here.
Neither team giving an inch either. Cork and Barley on the draw for Fredonia. Melso wins the draw for Morrisville. It's cleared over to DeVito. DeVito finds Melso. Melso looking for a hat trick. Melso centers it, and it's just wide.
I thought that went in from our angle.
24, Jesse Anderson almost tips it in off his leg. Cork and Barley working up the left side now. And Dunner gets a big hit. And now Whitman with a big hit. hits all around tonight. Here comes Anderson. He's got Melso. Melso down in the corner. Melso finds Anderson again. Anderson tries to find DeVito, and it's broken up by Fredonia. DeVito trying. Ooh, a high stick there. No call. High stick by Rich Hart.
Whitman got whacked in the face.
Right in the face. Still no call. Whitman certainly in pain. Johnson trying to work it up to Ryder. Ryder trying to break in here. Tracy gets tied up and can't collect the pass, and incoming. Look out.
Wow. That was inches away from hitting the students.
Yeah, right into the student section. Good hands there, that man in the Buffalo Bills hat. We applaud
Hey,
you,
go Bills.
sir. Go Bills. Wow, that one was, it's getting close.
It whizzed by
We should
all their heads.
should bring our baseball gloves next game.
All right.
Draw one by Morrisville. Brought in by Moore. Flips it down low. Rosen comes out to collect. Rosen flips it into his defender's legs. And Johnson gives it away, and it stays in. Almost goes into the netting for Morrisville. Shot deflects off of Fredonia's stick. Fredonia trying to break it out now. Morrisville keeps it in though. Here comes Boisvert. Doesn't get the shot away though. Here comes Ryder the other way. Ryder dumps it in for a Fredonia change. The lone Blue Devil is Ethan Kirbis. Morrisville flips it out, and McCabe collects, trying to settle the puck down. Now he flips it up to Dunner. Dunner back to McCabe. McCabe's got pressure on him. He's got to get it over to Dunner again. Dunner controls behind his own net. Now to Blitz. Blitz trying to get out of his own zone. The ref gets in his way a little bit there. Fredonia's getting real pressure on themselves here. Bockert keeps it in for Morrisville. Whoa, big hit. Stood up by McCabe. The 22 of Morrisville, Ben Sprague, tried to stand up McCabe, and McCabe said, "No, thank you, sir." McCabe breaking it in now. Leaves it for Dunner. Dunner. Down low for Ryder. For Biasulo. Biasulo to Gorey. Gorey looking out in front. Can't find anybody as McCabe goes back to recollect. McCabe behind his own net. Leaves it there to go off for a change. Here comes Gamache. Gamache up the wing to Lee. Lee trying to get by. Corkin Barley loses the puck now, and here comes Morrisville the other way. Here comes DeVito. DeVito breaks into the Fredonia zone.
3 minutes left.
DeVito over to Melso. Melso out in front and turned away by Manley. Now Corsican Barley comes the other way for Gamache, and then up to Manley. Manley trying to get a handle on the puck. Now here comes Boisvert for Minnesota, for Morrisville. Manley and Boisvert behind the net battling. And Corkin Barley comes up with it at the point for Lee. Lee and Whitman coming in, and a 2-on-3 in favor of Morrisville. Whitman trying to control the puck while his teammates change. Gets shaken around there by DeVito. And it's not going to be enough for icing as Rosen has to come out and collect this one. Puts it a little too far for Martin there. Martin gets to Blitz, however, and Blitz will clear it in for Fredonia. Kirbis keeps it down low. Pressured there from Hart. Now Blitz at the point. Blitz with a shot. Young with the glove save. Covers it up with 1:56 remaining. Let's come down to the wire here, Kev.
It's been dead even the whole game. And now it comes down to the final 2 minutes. So we said at the beginning of the third period, it was 2-2. We said, hey, it's a new game, 0-0. Well, hey, it's a new game, 0-0.
Right.
1:56
right where we started.
Yeah.
Kirbis wins the draw for Fredonia. Back to Blitz at the point. Blitz dumps it down low. Finds Ryder out in front. Trying to find Kirbis, and puck bounces way up in the air. And now here comes Bockert the other way for Morrisville, and Ryder will do a nice job on the back check to recollect. Kirbis collects in the neutral zone. Now Ryder. Ryder breaks into the Mustang zone. Tracy and Ryder are in a scrum down low here. And here comes Sprague up with it, and now Blitzel intercepted in the neutral ice. Sulo recollects. Fredonia zone. He comes now. He's coming with speed. Sulo shoots! What a save by Young. Sulo had Bori with him. Couldn't find the pass, and beautiful save by Young. Final minute to go here in the third. Manley down low. Pressuring Hart. Hart clears around the boards, kept in by Gamache. Manley down low on Hart again. Hart pressured by 2 Blue Devils now. Sulo keeps it in at the point for Fredonia. Now here's Dunner. Not Dunn. Dunn graduated. Gamache tries to clear it up for Gorey. Can't find him, and now here Boisvert recollects. Trying to find Anderson
30 seconds.
there. 30 seconds for the game. DeVito pressuring for Morrisville. Now here comes Christian Vela. Christian Vela breaking in for Morrisville into Fredonia zone. Down low. DeVito comes in to help. 10 seconds remain. Fredonia breaks out here. Here comes Whitman. Whitman dumps it in. Only 6 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that will end it. And we, as our favorite announcer, Rick Jenneret, would like to say, are going to overtime. Have a 3-minute intermission here, so it's been interesting. Interesting game, back and forth, like we said.
That's pretty much been the theme of the game. Back and forth, back and forth.
Intensity, not so much in shots or face-offs, but intensity, goals, everything's been back and forth.
Like we said, it goes from Fredonia's in control of the game for a few minutes, then Morrisville is, then Fredonia, then Morrisville. Just back and forth, back and forth.
Yep.
And it all
and Fredonia's
equals a 3-3 tie at the end of the third period.
Right, and you look at it, and each team controlled half that game. Like, you know, Morrisville controls the first part of that first period, the first half. And then Fredonia controls the second half of the first period and the first half of the second period, and it just flip-flops again. And
Morrisville controlled the second half of the second period.
And the first half of the third, technically, if you think about it. Or no, actually, Fredonia.
Fredonia controlled the first half, and then Morrisville. So it's just been back and forth. Yeah.
Too much back and forth for us to keep track of. And both teams here looking to be drawing up their plays. And I can't remember. Do they go 4-on-4 or 3-on-3? Are they like the NHL, or do they stick to 4-on-4?
I think 4-on-4. I think 4-on-4, but 3-on-3 is awesome.
That'd be a great sight to see.
Yeah, that'd be.
I'd
so
love
cool.
to see a line of Manley, Dunner, and maybe Gamache out there with
Tracy.
Oh yeah, Manley, Dunner, and Tracy against Melso, DeVito, and Boisvert. Those 6 players for each team, for the whole game, really overall, have been really driving play. And you know, if it's 3-on-3, that'd be a sight to see for the fans here. Packed house tonight too for a home opener. Pretty good crowd. Can't wait to see what it's going to be like on those Pink the Rink nights, and the new teddy bear toss game, and all the other good games that they got, the stroke awareness game, all things like that. We don't have many home games this year though, or this semester I should say. We got tonight, and we invite you all listen in again tomorrow, as same time, same place. Fredonia and Morrisville will be taking each other on again at 7 o'clock here at Steele Hall. Kevin will be on play-by-play tomorrow. I'll be on color commentary, so we'll be switching things up a bit, give my voice a break. And I know you probably all get sick and tired of hearing my voice, so gotta let you hear Kevin's for a while. About 20 seconds here till overtime starts. It's 4-on-4, 5-on-5.
Oh, okay, so they still do 5-on-5.
All right, so yeah, we were both completely wrong.
So not 3-on-3, not 4-on-4, 5-on-5 still.
Fredonia comes out with Lee, Whitman, Cork, and Barley as their forwards. Morrisville comes out with Melso, DeVito, and Jesse Anderson as their forwards.
And a reminder, if no one scores after 5 minutes, that is it.
That
ends in a tie.
So here we go. Puck drop for overtime. As Manley collects in the Fredonia zone. Fredonia wins the draw. Here comes Gamache. Gamache flips it in for Fredonia. Lee and Cork-and-Barley in on to chase. Boisvert clears around to Anderson for Morrisville. Intercepted by Manley. Quick turnaround the other way. Here comes Cork-and-Barley. Cork-and-Barley's got Lee with him. Cork-and-Barley shoots. Turned away by Young down low behind the net. Cork-and-Barley back up to the point. Kept in by Gamache. Over to Manley. Manley with the shot. Turned away by Young. Right off the blocker. Manley with another shot. Almost tipped by Whitman. Just wide from Manley and Whitman. Cork-and-Barley collects behind the net for Morrisville. He's tied up there with Hayden Conley. It's dug away by Anderson. Anderson flips it forward. Here comes DeVito. DeVito's got Melso with him. Turned around behind the net, and both teams Morrisville will change. As Fredonia controls behind their own net. Up to Ryder. Kirbis with speed enters the zone.
Fredonia's changing.
Kirbis. Points. Blitz. Shot. Bounces around in front. The shot. Oh, just wide. Victor Tracy couldn't get a handle on it. Had a wide open net as Young does not have his stick. Fredonia keeps the pressure on here, though. Over to Blitz.
Young
Blitz
is using
his defender's stick.
Yeah, he's using a defenseman's stick.
Blitz has the puck now for Fredonia against the stickless Mustang. Shot there from McCabe, almost tipped in by Ryder.
Great opportunity here for Fredonia.
Fredonia's keeping the pressure on here. Ryder back to the point for McCabe. McCabe down low for Ryder. Ryder looking across. Now here's Blitz. Down low, Kirbis now. Leaves it off for Blitz. Blitz with a shot. Hits traffic on the way through, but Fredonia still keeps the puck. Now it's flipped out by Morrisville, and it's going to be a foot race here. McCabe's trying to get the icing call here. Big hit by McCabe, and it'll result in a penalty for Fredonia. Looked to be both of them were going in. I don't think that's really I don't know what the call is there. I'm guessing they're going to say boarding, but both players coming in with speed, trying to beat out that icing.
I didn't see it as clearly as you. I caught the tail end of it because I was watching Young. As soon as play shifted down to the Fredonia zone, he threw
I saw that as they were coming
all the way to center ice.
Yeah, right.
And he went back and got his stick.
Yeah.
And then as my head was turning back, I saw the end of the hit.
Yeah.
So
McCabe gets 2 for boarding. It was kind of a weird penalty there. Both players going for the puck and trying to beat out an icing. And interesting call there.
2:48 left in overtime. Morrisville goes on the power play for 2 minutes. So Fredonia, if they can kill this one off, they only have 48 minutes of even strength to work with.
Seconds.
Yeah,
48 minutes. We'd be here a while. Good pressure here from Cork-and-Barley. Cork-and-Barley has the puck down low, and they're just trying to kill off this penalty here. Pressure coming here from Morrisville as Gamache dumps it in. Young challenging Biasulo coming out of his net. And here comes DeVito driving the play. Puts it in for Sprague. Now it's cleared around by Tommy Martin, but it doesn't get out as it comes off the stanchion. Now it's cleared away. Good play there from Martin. As Fredonia looks to change real quick here, changes up their forwards. Kalu down low for Fredonia pressuring. Flipped out in front by Morrisville. Morrisville controls play still. Here's Melso. Melso trying to get it out in front, and it's cleared away by Kalu. 50 seconds remain for Fredonia as Young comes out to collect the puck for his team. Now it's given right back to Kalu. Kalu trying to control it here for Fredonia, kill a little time. He takes it into Morrisville's zone. He's got them up. He had Demokopoulos with him. He couldn't get the pass through. Now Morrisville looks to recollect here. Boisvert circles back into his own zone. Goes behind his own net. Pressured there by Whitman. Now he breaks out. Boisvert breaking into the Fredonia zone with speed.
20 seconds left in the penalty.
Drops it back with a shot from Austin Johnson up into the netting off of Fredonia's stick.
So Fredonia kills this off. There's 17 seconds left in the penalty. There's a minute 4 left, so they're only going to have about
48 seconds to shoot.
Yeah, I can't do math.
48 seconds they'll have to try to bury one here.
No, 47.
47. 40, no, it came at 2:48. But Morrisville takes their time out here as they're looking to try to convert on this power play with only 17 seconds remaining in it. And Fredonia just looking to hang on for dear life here.
Yeah, so 17 seconds left in the penalty, 1:04 left in the game. Timeout, Morrisville.
Shots are 44 for Fredonia, 31 for Morrisville. Morrisville is 1 for 4 on their power play so far, and Fredonia is 0 for 3. Jeff Meredith trying to rally the troops here and at least come away with a tie on home ice. We can expect Nick DeVito out there for the Mustangs, along with Eric Melso, probably James Boisvert.
So, Josh, if you're Coach Meredith right now, what are you telling your team?
Dump the puck. Get it out of your zone as quick as you can. Win that face-off and dump it. We got 17 seconds left. You just gotta kill it off. I mean, sure, you could try to control it for a minute, but they're gonna come at you fast and hard. There's only a little time left on the power play. You wanna get that puck out of there. You wanna try to get it up in the air, take a nice slow roll all the way down. Melso on the draw against Tyler Ryder. Won by Fredonia. Blitz tries to clear it out, and he does.
And that's exactly what they did.
and Barley clears it down the ice with 10 seconds to go on the power play. Morrisville looking to come back. Connolly trying to break it out. Pressured there by Ryder. Manley over to Ryder. Finds Ryder. Ryder coming into the Morrisville zone. Ryder with speed. The penalty is gone. 45 seconds to go. Clears it out in front. Can't find Kirbis. Kirbis holds it in for Fredonia. Dumps it down low to Cork and Barley. Cork and Barley for Ryder. Ryder to the point. Shot from Blitz over the net. Just over Young's head. And now here comes DeVito the other way. He's
2-on-2.
He's got Bockert with him. DeVito centers in front, and they score. The hat trick goal for Eric Melso as Fredonia loses in overtime, and Morrisville come away victorious with 21.9 seconds to go.
Beautiful little give and go right there. Went right in between the legs of Rosen. And Morrisville, who finished last year 4-19-2, get their first win of the season in their first game. 4-3.
You know, it's a good play there by Morrisville. I mean, DeVito had speed coming in. He had two guys with him. He knew that. He centers it, and all they got to do is put their sticks on it, you know. And Rosen, he does everything he can, but when you're coming across the net like that, you know, you can't necessarily keep your legs together all the time, and it just snips in 5-hole. And unfortunate turn of events there for Fredonia, but all in all, I mean, I think it's a good game for both teams, really. Like, you know, you see, it's a loss for Fredonia, but they kept up the intensity when they needed to, and that's all that matters at the end of the day, really. If they can build on this and find their flaws that they had, I think it'll lead to a real good season. But just a tough loss for them tonight in the home opener, but they'll get back at it tomorrow.
Obviously, you never want to start your season off with a loss, especially at home. But there are things that they can take away from this game. You know, there are a lot of things that they did well. They finished with 44 shots, so they put a lot of pressure on. They had a lot of, we don't have their stats on hits, but they
certainly had a lot of hits.
Yeah, a lot of hits.
But as we said in the pregame, that, as we've seen before, that cost them the aggressiveness.
Yeah.
You know, it sent Haynes out, and who knows? Haynes, if he doesn't get ejected, who knows what he does? And if you don't get that 5-minute penalty, who knows what happens? But
Fredonia also won the faceoffs 48-32, so there were 80 faceoffs.
80 faceoffs, yeah. Big night for whistles, and just a, you know, typical opening night game, though. I mean, both teams are kind of feeling each other out, trying to get themselves together, but in the end, 4-3 for Fredonia. The final goals, the 3 goals for Fredonia coming from Ryan Dunner. Ryan Dunner had 2 of them. Eric Melso had 3 for